right, Coach. So this old place, not quite done yet. There is playoff football to be played in the East Bay in Oakland, California. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Houston Texans and the Oakland Raiders. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Night, sweetheart. Shift. Wide.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go, D. It's just.
Now Scott. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Pickup at 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Switch.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. A big run by Kareem Hunt. 44 yards on the ground. Obviously, so much on the line here. Everything on the line this season. So important to get off to a hot start. That run certainly helps.
Definitely provided it. Nothing different than what they've seen all year long. They want to continue to ride that momentum.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the carry, this is Scott. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line as this game gets started, as it starts to...
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. Slam.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. And Zerline's kick is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Back. Waiting. Watch QB drop. Chance. Shoot.
Throwing on 1st is Wentz. He's going to take a shot right away. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Well, you're already down on the scoreboard, and now, Charles, you go out there, very first play, throw the interception. At defense, they're going to have to bow up.
Yeah, and let's see how they handle this, because we always talk about reverting back to what you practice. Well, you practice these situations. It's called sudden change. You don't expect to be out there this fast, but you are. Do you go out there with poise, or do you go out there with panic? Panic could get you scored on again.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
57.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers completes it to Aguilar. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Strip that ball.
Now it's Rodgers. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
25, check 25, check 25.
They'll run with Scott. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. Pick the edge, pick the edge. Go.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. So out comes Zerline's kick is up and through. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. They're going to get 9 here on first down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Watch a slat. Watch a slat.
To throw, it's Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Wentz. Able to find Isabella. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 37-yard line. 6-0 our score after 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
Now it's Brown. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Tackle.
On play action, it's Wentz. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Watch out. 46 down, man. 5-4.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Makes it 3rd and 11.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. I got one.
Now this time Rodgers will throw. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. Matt Breida, 57 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look.
And nothing but daylight ahead. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 36 yards on the play.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there.
Second and 6.
He can't hit. He's not going to get me.
Hey, take 26. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Plant. Right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
From the 35 on second down. Rodgers, incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Rodgers. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. From 19 yards away. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Let's go, baby.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the this one. Give all the credit to the offense.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 77 yards. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. And that is how you retaliate after getting scored on one play, big pass downfield, and you hit the end zone.
Almost feels like two boxers just throwing haymakers at each other, doesn't it? One connects with a big one, the other comes right back. Okay, I'll show you. And they attacked right back on the first play of the drive and hit them big.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run right side with Hunt. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Hey, take 26.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. On the run, this is Hunt. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield is Hunt.
Check 50, check 50. Joker.
Kelly, don't let Kelly.
He's going to get it running right.
I'm all over you.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
From back at the 3 now, this is 3rd and goal.
Jump out.
57's a Mike. 57's a Mike. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight.
26.
Check. Fresno. Check your hot read. Watch twist.
They'll try to run with Hunt. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Kareem Hunt with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders have retaken the lead. Now Zerline on and the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Watch right. Watch right. Watch right. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Throwing his Wentz. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
First down, Texans.
Go. 280. Black, come on. Run.
Put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Wentz now on first down. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. The final shot before half for Wentz. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Jarvis Landry, as time expires in the first half, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
The extra point splits the uprights. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 280!
Right there, 56. Watch the run.
Throwing again on second down. Wentz. That ball complete to Isabella. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Texans first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. Now Wentz. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
That's track. No.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Scott. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Hey.
A give right side now to Hunt. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Hunt. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Evan Ingram there to make the grab as his guys are able to regain the lead. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it, and he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
And here comes Rodgers now as he'll go for the 2-point conversion.
It's a party now. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Hunt going to run for it. And he is not going to make it to the goal line. So the defense holds, and this remains a 5-point game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Here's Wentz to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but it's going to be second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Once again here on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
82.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. This one caught by Isabella. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 24-yard line. Wentz now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Eric Armstead able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Check safety.
Great. Sunday.
5. Watch the run. Check.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive.
Check.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's get it.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Go. Check 13. Safe.
He'll pitch it. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before.
It's a foot race. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Kareem Hunt saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes this a 9-point game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points up.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
On first down, it's Hunt, and they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Blue 58.
Here we go. Hey, watch this, watch this.
They'll run on first down. Scott. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Blue 58. You ain't going nowhere. 49, check 49, check 49.
They go again with Scott. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
The Raiders on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing now is Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Wentz going to throw. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Wentz. They fights him off. He's going to air one out. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And this is caught. He hits more. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. On 1st down, Wentz. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Let's go.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Now Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Throwing now is Wentz. He's going to look deep for more. And this will be caught at the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
Wentz now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, a 22.
Here we go again.
Bring it to you.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Here we go. Waiting. Hey, kill it. Hey, forward, kill it.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. A try here for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
You remember me? Let's go, baby.
The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee.
On the keeper. A loss of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 7.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs.
It's 4th down.
And Charles, on the losing side of things, you know, they didn't come in here as the favorite to these playoffs, but they came in with a lot of hope and anticipation. Tough to have that all snuffed out so quickly.
It really is. You're one of 12 teams when the playoffs begin that still has a chance to win the Super Bowl. So that's pretty darn good. And as you often talk about, a lot of hope when the playoffs start. Well, that ended for them. But when they look back, they'll have a lot to be proud of and see if they turn the page towards the next season.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long from Oakland.